It's the Talk It Out show. And we have all the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's
has a
the
good
Talk
song.
It Out show. Okay, that's it. But now you talk to us.
Welcome to the Talk It Out show, you guys. I am your host, Joanne. And we are so grateful to have all the women here. Look us up, you guys. Subscribe to us. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, and hit the bell for notifications so you can know when we are on. If you want to look us up on Facebook or Twitter, look us up at Talk It Out Show. If you want to email us at talkitoutshow@gmail.com. And if you need to physically send any questions or anything to us, send it to our P.O. Box. Our P.O. Box 901043. That's in Portland, Oregon, 97290. All right, and we have our panel of lovely ladies. It's been a while, you guys. It's all been here. So we're all here. We have Lauren.
Hello, Lauren.
You know Lydia.
You know me.
And we have Valerie. Yes, we are all here today, and so this is awesome.
Yes.
We are so excited to be here. And okay, so as you guys know, we have been really revving up that support for those businesses. But first of all, before we do go into that, we are going to do our wigs done with Lydia.
Okay, wigs a moment. So you see I have a new wig on, okay? This is my I gotta run errands wig, okay? This is where I gotta break things down. This is errand. I gotta run some errands, I gotta do some work, and I gotta floss it up, I gotta do a ponytail. It's where I can whip it down when I need to look cute. Because I might want to get my flirt on with my husband, so I gotta look cute, you know? And also you just gotta remember that whatever you feel, whatever your moments are, whatever, it's all right for you to feel that way. You can be glammed up the way you want to be glammed up. You ain't got to follow nobody else's trend.
That's right.
You ain't got to do nothing that somebody else do. You could be you. And I'm just saying, just stay focused on you. Love yourself and embrace yourself. And I'm embracing myself with this errands wig. This is where I run my errand. I got things to do.
That's right.
And I know you do too, so go out there and look the fabulous way you want to look.
All right.
You ain't got to follow nobody else.
That's right.
Because you know why? Lydia says so.
She said so.
That's right.
All right. That's some good wisdom for today.
That's right. Thank you.
Good wisdom for today. All right. Now, as you guys know, we have been showcasing our black businesses that we want you to support. And of course, like I said, we are in Portland, Oregon. And every week we have a new business that we're showcasing. So I have picked Slingshot Espresso for the business to support, and of course this is where you can buy your coffee. Now I found out Lydia did some research, so I'm glad.
Yes, I did.
The one in Clackamas is the one where you can get your coffee served with women in bikinis.
No, that's Clackamas.
In Clackamas in bikinis. Now the one in Vancouver, they don't do that.
Yeah, so, no bikinis.
So, but there is one in the Clackamas, and the one in Clackamas is 14950 Southeast 82nd Drive. And then the one over in Vancouver is 4950 Northeast 94th Avenue, and that's in Vancouver. So make sure you want to go to Slingshot Espresso for all your coffee needs to support a black business. And we're going to go over to Lydia so she can tell you what the online business is for this week.
Yes, and before I do that, I want to talk about Slingshot real quick.
Okay.
It's a cute little place, but you remember, I know we hear the word 82nd and think it's easy. No, it's one of those ones that's past the Clackamas Costco when you got to do this weird curve to the left, and then you're in this industrial area. So
okay.
It's not easy because for years I've been looking for it, going up and down 82nd, losing my mind for this pink building. And it's pink, but it's cute and it's there. So just get in mind that it's not on your regular 82nd block for the people here in Portland, Oregon.
So go ahead and just Google it if you need to. Then try to
do MapQuest to get there.
Yeah,
you won't need it. Okay, so besides that, we want to talk about OneUnitedBank.com.
Right.
It's a black-owned business. It's a black-owned bank. You buy black, you spend black. You should be using your black card, okay? That's how I love it. It has lovely pictures. You get the queen, you get the king, you get all black power. You get some kids on there. It's just a beautiful picture, please go on there and check it out. They also have it where you can earn money by you referring somebody for $50. They even say you can earn money while you spend on your black card, okay?
Oh.
So you feel like you're a celebrity because you got a black card, right? Because the black card is where you got big bank. Well, you got a black card, so it just seems like you got big bank because you are supporting what? A black-owned business.
That's right.
That's what I love. I just love supporting black-owned business. Now, you know my girl. I always call her, she's kind of like my twin. I'm the, I don't make as much money as her, but we have the same idea. And I think sometimes she stole some of my ideas. I'm just saying, how we think that much alike and don't even be around each other. I'm just saying. Anyway, her name is Candy Burrs, and she got bedroom candy.
Right.
She got needs for you to satisfy yourself, your mate, and anybody else. You can get these things. You can get lubricants. You not only get toys, you can get bath and body stuff. You can get lipstick, some eyeshadow. You can get you some blush and some foundation. You can do what you need to do with some bedroom candy. And if you need a job and say, you know what, I'm going to start being an entrepreneur, but I don't know how to start my own business, guess what you can do? Candy has an online where you can do parties and shows. And not only can you do your parties and shows, you can do it for a low cost. Say you don't got no money. And I don't know what to do. You pay $35 and you can get ready and sell your stuff online only. Yes, you can do that. Because you might be like me, shy, can't talk to people. I know it's shocking that I'm shy, but yeah. You might be shy like me and don't get scared or whatever when you want to ask family and friends to come and support you in your business. So you can just do online and just send them your website. There. You can privately get you some vibrators, dildos, lubricants, anything
that you need.
All your fancy needs. And then put some lipstick on so you can be somebody else. Enjoy yourself. I say go out there on a limb and have a good time. And that is my businesses for today.
All right. Okay, so we want to make sure you guys support, like we always say.
Yes.
Go out there and support black businesses, and also be aware and know that Blackout Day is coming up. That's July 7th. So make sure that you guys do not spend. And they're also saying on July 4th to wear all black instead of red, white, and blue. So, we want to help one of our listeners out there, you guys. So it says here, I have a situation that's eating at me and I am beyond frustrated. I was residing with my baby dad and my kids for some time now. With this situation, I have kids from another relationship, but all of them are teenagers and are grown. In this situation, I am not big on communication. I have admitted to this, and this is something I was working on. In the midst of this, me trying to open up everything, I said was shut down to the point where he would say I was irrelevant or what I said didn't matter. So I definitely shut down at that point because that's hurtful when I am trying. Secondly, we were talking about marriage, but I feel that if you can't interact with my kids and develop some type of relationship with them, then I don't see myself taking that step with you. Moving forward, he stopped altogether helping pay the bills in the house, and he's had never helped to do anything in the household. It was a time I worked, came home, and cooked, and whatever else that needed to be done. I was beyond tired and frustrated, so I totally shut down. No sex, no communication, no nothing. Recently, he moved out and said nothing to me. I didn't know what was going on, which I'm not complaining because he left. I'm pissed by the way. I'm pissed by the way it was done. When everything is said and done, the burden of the relationship being the way it is, let him tell it is my fault. But I'm confused at this point and I need help.
What are you confused about?
I was about to say that.
I
don't know
my
what
head
you're
hurt.
confused
My
about.
head hurt.
I was trying to figure out what she was confused about. He laughed.
He left. So,
I don't know.
It spiraled.
I think you're lucky. I think if he's
he
gone,
might
he's
say
gone.
he's saving
And
yourself some heartache.
Please not trying to say you need closure. He was
Oh,
cut the
no,
door
no,
and
no,
closed.
no, Lauren is.
Oh, I can't stand that. But anyway,
But
I understand.
I don't.
Yeah, he's gone. You should be like,
But
you should have a party or
Okay, so
something.
who got mad first? Who got mad first? She did. She was confused. She
No,
wrote
she
the
was
letter.
mad. She just was. They were having communication.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they stopped.
But
And he stopped working and doing
And
this,
then
and
he
she's
didn't
doing
want
all
no
that,
more.
and he
She's
still,
running
and he
the
left,
household.
and he left. Like,
He stopped helping, stopped paying the bills. Everything.
Oh, let that go.
You're supposed to be having a party or something like that.
Yeah, the house,
Wait. Won't he do it?
Well, you know, and so, you know, a lot of people lose this perspective.
Yeah.
You know, on looking at this thing. If you're the dumper, you know, if you dump on people, you don't feel nothing. You know what I mean? So he was a dumper because he left. But the dumpee, the one that gets dumped on, feels all that. So she feeling all that. You know, she feeling.
No, really, I'm just saying no.
She does. You know,
No, that's true though. And the person that's putting in a lot of the energy into the relationship, that's what she's going through. She's going through
Let that security blanket go, because it was it was not securing you at all.
I know, but see what I'm saying is that the reason why she's like, I don't know what's going on, is because she put all that energy in.
Right.
So now she's like, and feel sorry for herself while she's doing it.
There she is.
Yeah, now she ain't got nothing to feel sorry for. You free, but now
She's in the cage and don't know how to get out.
she don't. She just circling and telling me, now I'm confused. Well, you know.
All I know is the man has been gone way before he left the house.
Yeah,
And he didn't want to be. My thing is, you should have been gone too when he didn't want to try to work and build a relationship with your kids. Because there shouldn't be no kind of marriage discussion if you can't build a relationship with the kids. Because I already said it's already hard when you in a relationship with kids and trying to make that relationship work, but because you still, when you get married, it's still the champagne tear that I tell you about all the time. It's still there.
Yeah.
You can't put the kids up here and say, you know, it's God, personal care, my children, my husband. No, it has to be husband and children here. So you don't have that connection anyway. It was done for it anyway, and he wasn't trying. So he said, I don't love your kids. And when people say, if you don't love my kids, you don't love me. So he told you that already. He wasn't even trying to work it. So you upset about, I don't even know what you're upset about.
Because she put
he left a long time ago.
He left
a long time ago before he left the house.
In the broke.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get this because this tickled me.
Tell it.
So now here I am in a relationship. I'm in relations.
Yeah.
I'm in relations.
She has
relations begins, and it's been a few year relations.
Yes.
And so the relations just started yelling. I mean, just yelling at the top of their voice like something wrong with them. You know, and I mean, made me feel low.
Yeah.
And I was like, why am I feeling low when he yelling? And I addressed it. Is there something you need to discuss? Because something evidently you're yelling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it just gradually got worse. Okay? So I made I'm done with this. And so I left by and I left. Okay? And so, but then after about, you know, I'm married for about 3-4 weeks. Then something come over you. Something try to get in there. And because you didn't forgot to focus on what happened. You know what I mean? Because see, you didn't mess around and forgot what he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You start putting it in to start reasoning with that thing.
Yeah.
Well, if I would have been more nicer.
Yeah,
if I would have, maybe I should have just let him
Yeah, that's
and
true.
disrespect me. Maybe I should have let him go ahead and abuse me verbally. It was okay. You know what I mean? You start making excuses, and she sounds she at excuse land right now.
Yeah.
She's looking for her excuses. You know what?
Right.
This man disconnected, gone before he left. You know, like she said, before he even left.
He was gone when he started working. Yeah, he started working and caring about the house. That was your cue. But you were sitting there still trying to do, like I said, the person that puts the most into the relationship is the one that has the worst time trying to get over it.
Yep.
The person that's receiving all that stuff, they don't care. It's like getting a check.
Yep.
I get a check. The only thing I'm gonna be missing is that it didn't come on Wednesday.
Yep.
My check didn't come out. But see, this ain't come out. That man said, "But this ain't enough for me to even worry about. So I'm gone. I don't even want this. This ain't. I ain't getting no money. You just. This is woof. I can get that from Mama. So that's
So he got it, yeah. Or he got it from another mom.
So the only confusion is that you need to see you're going through withdrawals. That's all.
That's it.
And
It's
you just
withdrawals.
need to just say good riddance. I mean, I felt happy for you.
Yeah.
But again, you put a lot in there, so you're withdrawing. You're like, why? He should have stayed with you because you took care of him and this, that, and the other. But see, like I said, women, please stop doing that.
Yep.
Stop getting in it and taking care of. You are no longer seen as a woman.
There you go.
You're seen as a provider.
Mm-hmm.
And men don't like a woman provider. They'll talk to you any kind of way because you'll stay there and take it.
And take it.
And now you want to wonder why he left.
Yeah,
He left a long time ago. Honestly, he
You
left
should
a
have
long time
left.
ago.
You should have got your purse.
And
As soon as he didn't have no job, you should have put him out. You know what I mean? And instead of babying this thing, you should have let that thing go. And then that where she is the dumb bee.
Oh,
Dumper.
Dumper. 'Cause, yeah.
Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
she
she
got
got
dumped
dumped.
like this. She's gonna do
She
that.
So
said
she
so.
chose this path, and now we still don't know what you want from us.
Yeah, well, I didn't know
in all
that.
honesty, we don't know what you
We
need.
were happy for
Because we
you.
can't do no closure. All I know is when he said he didn't want to work on with the kids, I closed down.
Shit, did we?
I was done with the relationship when he didn't want to work with the
She
kids.
thought we was gonna say it's okay.
Baby,
Oh, we should have told. Get you. We supposed to
Big-
tell her,
big
go
back
ahead,
girl.
go
Get
back
her.
over there. Go on, take that
Don't
stuff.
do that.
Don't go back over there, girl. Take all that abuse.
You can do it. You can do it. Don't walk away, girl.
Yeah,
Don't make her sing.
Walk away. Walk away.
Don't make her sing.
No, because I really don't know what you want. It doesn't make sense to me though. But I get what he did, and I thought, oh, should I marry him or shouldn't? But he left you, so he didn't want to. He ain't even thinking about marrying you, and so I don't know why.
And I think
the
that was
conversation
respectful
there.
for him. I really do. I think that was respectful.
That's
He
what
was
he's
saying-
supposed to do.
He was supposed to, instead of trying to use you, he decided I don't want anything to do with this, and so he left. So you just I
that's a good
commend him.
thing. That's a
Yes,
good
that
thing.
is. It
There's
is.
nothing wrong with it. I'm not mad at him for doing it. I'm actually,
Mhm.
I respect him because
for
he
that.
did.
Yeah.
I respect that he said, I'm not going to sit here and play with your emotions. But he said that a while back, though, when he said, I'm not going to spend more time with the kids. I'm not going to work on a relationship with the kids. You know what? I'm going to quit my job. And then he said, you know, she ain't getting the hint. She's slow. She can't get the hint. So then he said, okay, I'm going to leave.
Yeah, because she
And
couldn't get
then,
the hit.
yeah, and then he goes, it was her fault.
Yeah, that's
But he don't have nothing else to say.
yeah.
And why does it matter what he says?
Well, I want to say this though too, because some women say this, but then they don't help. They say he's supposed to love me with my kids, but the minute the man says, "Okay, you guys don't do that. Don't talk to my kids like that," and they do that, and they get
Yeah,
so
but
they
see,
won't
they're
let
adults.
them.
These her kids are adults.
Yeah.
I'm saying she's just saying that they're adult kids, so they're not. I mean, they shouldn't really.
Well, then
have-
No,
what
because no, that's not true. Because even as adult kids, I know how I am. I know how my sisters and I know us. And I'm gonna tell you right now, we come in the house, we feel like it's our house.
Yeah.
So we come by with our rules, and he could be saying, "I don't want you coming in, just coming over anytime without letting me know." And we gonna look at him like this.
Yeah.
Who was you?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. And I know we should be respectful.
Yeah.
So, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But we didn't have my mama all by herself
Right,
for all
yeah.
these years.
It is
So
hard
now
to
you're
do
gonna
that.
sit here, and so that could cause a wedge in a relationship because your
True.
kids are not
That's true.
respecting me, and then you're not sticking up and saying no. My husband doesn't want you to come over without calling first,
Yeah.
and then because you know the kids now we're gonna. You
My
know,
same way with my kids we've been raised to go in and out the house with our shoes on. Well, my husband is the way that he don't want no shoes on in the house. Now when I go to his place, it's normal because everybody takes their shoes off in their area. You don't go into the house in nobody's house. It's totally disrespectful to go into somebody's house with their shoes on. So when I first got there, they said take your shoes off. I immediately do that. But over here, I walk around with my shoes, so it's hard to do that. So when the man comes in and says, "Oh, don't do that," and everybody's been like, "We've been doing that." Then it's like, "No, shut up. You know, I'm gonna put my shoes on." But then if we go over to their land and they say take our shoes, we would take our shoes off like immediately. So I understand. Sometimes the rules of engagement has changed, and you're not as supportive of the new rules because you're it's different. So I understand. So I can see him saying, "I'm not telling them nothing because she's not backing me." You know what I'm saying?
But in reality, in my reality, and I could be completely wrong, is she should be the one that tells her kids.
That's right. That's
And not
right.
him. I'm just saying he should never have said it. He should say, I don't like anybody coming in here with their shoes on. Can you please tell the family that the new rules is no shoes on because this and this and this. And then everybody, including them, should be following the rules. So it's something to inhabit, because you can sit here and say, well, we can put our shoes and walk around with the shoes because it's our house, but you guys can't. But in our minds, you got to understand, we didn't go to a new house. We still in mama's house, or we still in daddy's house.
Right.
And so the rules that you're stating, if everybody still got shoes on and you telling me not to have my shoes on, then it's kind of like,
I know that's
you're
what I'm
nitpicking
saying.
on me.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying
so
is
there
because
have to be examples
no,
too.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because even here, I wear shoes in my own house because I wear shoes. I can't get, because I'm not here. I always do. But when I go over to there, I will do that because that's their culture. But I don't do it, so I don't enforce it. I don't even see it because it's not even in my. I don't care because
You've been doing it for
I've been doing it. I got my shoes on, and while they yelling and screaming at everybody about their shoes on, I got my big old shoes on. My shoes are big on.
I got my big old shoes on.
And they yelling at everybody, and I'm like, come on.
So, I guess what I see in this situation, and I think that a lot of women make this mistake, and I don't know relations, and so I'm not sure if they're married, but I'm not sure.
No, they're not married.
Okay, so the kids, the kids sound like the kids. They I don't know. With my kids, they automatically you would know, and they don't even know you. And then my kids are kind of, nope, don't like them, Mom. I said, you don't even know.
That's
You know,
right.
because
That's
they're
right.
coming in again in their territory.
Absolutely.
Trying to change it, because that's what they think. They think that you're going to come in here and try to
Change
disrupt
stuff,
how
yeah.
we got it. And I don't know him and if he did or not. But all I know is that they should have kind of got that together before they stepped into phase 2. You know, because it sounds like the kid don't like him and he don't like the kid.
And that's usually how it happens.
And that's too bad.
And the
because
woman
it'll never
doesn't
work.
and the woman don't even think about it. They're thinking like, well, I even saw that show where the man's coming in and talking about his 90-day fiance or something like that.
Yeah.
And the kid's up there telling her, shut up and all that kind of stuff. And she's up there, you still gotta try. No, if you told me like that, I'm gonna slap the little kid somewhere. But when you talk to the mother's gonna always take the side of the kid, which is fine. That's fine, but then you're talking out of 2 parts of your faith.
Yeah.
You're saying I want you to be a parent and help me co-parent,
Right.
but yet I don't have any say. And when I do have say, you side and you take their position. And so now they say, well, I give up. And so when I think when you said he's going around saying this your fault, I kind of think no man is just going to stop. Something like that had to happen for him to say it's your fault. I can't. You want me to co-parent, but you want me to. I'm not going to be in this relationship where your kids can talk to me any kind of way, and then you going to sit there and say I got to try.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm out of here, peace.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing. And I'm saying sometimes you do that on your own, and then you're saying, well, I don't understand the reason why. Well, then it's vice versa. You can go with a man and their kids, and then you try to parent. You do the hair and everything, and then the girl said, I don't like you, and then the guy says, well, you got to try to make it work with that. No, you're gonna have to back me sometime. If I give them no, you're time out. You're yelling and screaming. They can't cuss me. They can't do anything else. And if you side with them, I'm gonna look at you.
Exactly.
And then I'm gonna be mad at you because they can't get away with nothing unless you allow it.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's true. And it doesn't matter what age the kids are. It's something that you guys have to communicate and come with an agreement to understand. And then you announce these things as if it were your ideal. You know what I mean? Like, you got to really understand that. Like, okay, if you want to demand that there's no shoes in the house, there's no hats in the house, and these are things that's normal as adults, then the woman, the kids, you as a woman should have been like this. You know what, you guys? We're not doing this anymore because it's a sign of disrespect from where my future husband gonna be, and this is our household. You guys live in your household.
Yeah, don't be
But
like
these are the
me.
rules that's gonna be set in a household, and this is what we're gonna abide by, these rules. But at the same time, if you can't even abide by the rules, then you should be like, okay, honey, blah 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 blah, and kind of work it out and have a conversation where you guys are both on the same team about it. Not, well, I'm not gonna do it, so I'm not gonna enforce it. Don't do that. Don't do it that way.
Don't do my way.
Just go in and say, as a team, this is what it is. You gotta understand. This is how we do it here. I know this is what you was raised to do, but this is what we were raised to do. And this is my home. I feel sacred doing this at my home. Or, okay, I'm a bend a little, so let me have this discussion with my family and my kids. And then you also need to let the kids know, wherever, I don't care what age they are, you also need to let the kids know this is the man of the household. These are things, I want him to feel sacred, because I don't want to go buy a new house so you guys can have that feeling, that understand that this is his household. Because sometimes it's just really hard if you're still in the same household that you were raised in. So you're telling me something different now that I'm grown. It wasn't disrespectful then. And so sometimes I don't want to do that. So it has to be a communication that you guys do together to build and understand. And somebody, of course, is not going to get their way in the conversation. You have to understand that part. But like Lauren is saying, is you can't sit there and say, I want you to help with the kids, and the kids are disrespectful, the kids ain't listening, and then you ain't siding with him. So the kids is allowed to be disrespectful and not listen, and then wonder why he checked out in the relationship. You can't do that.
That's true.
I was watching the movie Meet the Browns. I'm sure y'all familiar with that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I was tripping because, and it reminds me a little bit of this. But he said something inside of there because he was trying to court the girl, and so so what he said, because she has an older son and two babies, and so they went to the carnival or something like that and came back, and he had won a whole bunch of money and stuff and gave it to the oldest son and told him he'd keep it. And then what he said was, I am winning them over. I'm winning because the man has to be willing to put in some work too. You know, he has to be willing to do a little work.
True.
You know what I mean? To try to win
Absolutely.
and gain their respect.
Absolutely.
You know, not that you're coming over and taking over their lives. You know that you're trying to work with them, and so sometimes the kids feel that threat too. You know that
That's
you're just
true.
coming in and taking over. You
Yeah.
know, instead of trying
That's true.
to work together. Let me see.
Exactly.
I'm going to win them over.
I'm gonna win them over.
I'm going to win one by one.
One by one. Get 'em.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, everybody like you.
Yeah.
And then you're welcome in. But you can't come in and just throw your weight around too.
That's
and
true.
Expect the kids
true.
to just go.
And you gotta understand too, the kids have seen the mother, you, dating several people. So how they know this is gonna be the one?
Right.
How do they know this is gonna be the one that loves you for you, and you guys gonna spend the rest of your life together?
That's true.
And if you
And you
feel
didn't.
that way, but my thing is, if you feel that this is the man, you have to trust the man with your kid. And if he is not showing any sign or effort to make a way
Don't put 'em
with your
together.
kids, then don't do that. Don't do it. To me, it was a bad fit. If he wasn't trying with the kids, I don't know the situation. We done made up our own.
Scenarios.
But my thing is, I don't know if you ever tried to make it away, but you living in the household. I hear people be like, Mom dated the guy for 3 months and now he in the house.
Yes.
Do you know how uncomfortable that is?
Mm-hmm.
You thinking, oh, I'm moving them in the house, but do you understand how uncomfortable it is for somebody to come in your space from which you're dating? Just like the show that Lauren was talking about, the 90 Day Fiance. These men come from out of country to come into their household, and I'm supposed to accept them. I don't know you.
Right.
And you told me stranger danger.
Right.
And then you got a stranger living with us talking about,
Right.
I'm in love, we can
Right.
That's what
because you met him when you went on vacation.
That's what happened.
And
And
now
you brought him in.
now you want me to forget everything you told
Right.
me,
Right.
and on stranger danger, and now I got to deal with stranger danger. And now you want me to be polite to stranger danger.
And the men should have respect for the house. You know what I mean? And not move in on them like that. I mean, no respect. There was another movie, and it was Christmas time. Mr. Joe Black was there.
Oh, yeah,
y'all
yeah,
remember
yeah.
Mr. Joe Black?
Yeah.
And they had relations,
Yeah.
and they lived together.
Yeah, I was gonna say that,
But
yeah.
when he left, I mean, when the kids all came in for Christmas, he left.
Right, right.
He did not stay with her. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
And then the only one that knew that he stayed with her was the baby that was at home getting ready to go to college.
Yeah.
You know, but he had enough respect for that home.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? That he he came over every day and did whatever.
Even though the
family
kids
did.
knew, but that's the way the kids knew. But they,
Yeah.
except for one, but he won them over.
He did.
He did.
He did. And I think that's what's wrong sometimes in a relationship, that the men don't take the time to win them over.
That's true.
And well, the woman, as you guys, when you talk about that movie, the woman made sure you have to go out. He was like, when are we going to tell? We've been doing this for years.
Yeah, I
I'm not
remember
ready.
that.
So
Yep.
the woman
Yep.
took control
Yep.
of the situation.
Yep.
And she cared for her kids and not to do
Yeah,
that.
and she did
And
that at the table, didn't she? At Christmas, she said, "I'm with him."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember. Yeah.
Thank you. And that's my thing is you got to understand whoever is in that relationship needs to take control. I don't, you're the man and have kids, you have to take control, but you still got to support. And no matter what, he was always supportive. He was always doing what he's supposed to do, go to the game. He did for all the kids, regardless if they knew he was there or not. He did for all the kids,
That is right.
and it was out of respect. But if you don't, as a woman, make sure that there's
Demand.
respect and demand that respect, why should anybody else? So you didn't respect the household.
Come
Why
on.
should this man respect the household?
Say it.
And now you're saying
Say it.
he's talking about it's your fault. If it's going the way we just talked about, it is your
It
fault.
was. 'Cause
It
he
is
should have
your
been
fault.
moved in. He shouldn't have
Not
been
after no 3 months.
in. He shouldn't have been in.
There's no way.
He should have been in. He should
He had to look at some time to learn and know the people.
Yeah, get to know him. Get
Know
to
the
learn him.
kids.
Come over. Go
When
to
he's
dinner.
dating
Go to
you
baseball
and you gonna
game.
make it a serious relationship, he gotta date your kids.
Man, you gotta date the kids.
I was raised on that.
You gotta date the kids. I love that. You gotta
You
date
got
the
to.
kids.
That's what
Your
you hear
mother
about
was
all the time.
wise.
Can't do it.
I cannot.
Yeah, and I so agree. I agree with that so much. That is the strongest point.
Well,
That-
hopefully we help this person out with all this information because y'all have a lot of information.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. So hopefully we help that person out. And we're going to be dealing with the trending topic that's going on right now. And Lydia's going to tell us about it, and we can talk about what we all feel about this right now.
Okay, so my trending topic today is Bobby Bonilla. If I said his name wrong, I do apologize. But Bobby Bonilla is making some headway news because today is July 1st. And as today is July 1st, he is getting his $1.19 million. And he is not playing baseball. Hasn't played baseball since 2011, I think it is. And he is getting $1.19 million to be just to be him. It's the best retirement plan ever. I want some of your money for my retirement. Can you just pass some of that over for my retirement? I'll retire.
He
tomorrow.
don't have He's getting that money till he's 72.
Yes.
72 years old.
Yes.
Every July 1st.
Every July
Every
1st.
July.
He getting 1.9 million.
It's Bobby Vanilla Day, they say.
Yes, so it's
Bobby
Bobby
Vanilla
Vanilla
Day.
Day. That's what we call July 1st.
Bobby Vanilla Day.
Yay.
Just
So-
imagine that.
You
that
can't
would
be mad. You
lovely.
can't be mad at him about that.
No.
You can't be mad
Oh
at
no,
him.
I'm not mad.
No.
I just want him to support my
Yeah,
black
black
owned
owned
business.
business.
Show me you. It is awesome. Here's an exact amount that they have put on here is $1,193,248.20.
Every
Now, Bobby, don't be
July
trying to be all funny and just give us 20 cents.
1st.
I ain't working with that. I need some money. You done got paid today.
Yes.
You got your
July
benefit.
1st.
That is awesome. I mean,
It
because
is.
he was like one of the highest paid baseball players back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it was like in 1997 or something like that. He was one of the highest baseball players back in the
He's
day.
still getting paid.
And he got paid by the Mets. He won his
the wrong field.
He did,
I
and
should've
he
played
won
baseball.
his he won his ring with the Mariners.
Uh-huh.
but he's getting paid by the
For
Mets.
the Mets.
And then he went back to the Mets after they started with the Mets, went to the Mariners, and then went back to the Mets, and he's getting all this money, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah, that's a man. Just imagine that every year you get that right in your bank account.
Oh, on July 1st, you be waiting, you be on the countdown. July 1st.
Well, he's so used to it now, so he right, and he going. And that's, I mean, you if you ain't saved no money by your 72, something wrong with you.
Something.
But I think, like people say, the more you make, the more you spend, things like that. And you know, a lot of times we'll sit there and go, "Oh, that's a lot of money," but it depends on how they're living. You know what I'm saying? Because like Lauren was saying, you know, people don't understand. You got to pay taxes on stuff. You have a house that's like, oh, I got $1 million house, or I got this. You got to pay taxes on all that. And stuff.
But I mean, when he got that ring, he should have paid all that off. He should have paid all that off. You know, you got all that money from getting that ring. You got endorsements. You got all that. Now, I don't know if they really had endorsements too much back then, but somewhere in here, since that, I mean, 2011 or whatever, 1997, we should have been able to pay all that.
Back in the 1900s.
Yeah, and then and I said the Mariners, and it wasn't the Mariners. It is the Marlins. He got his ring from the Marlins. I don't know baseball. I
She don't know sports.
I don't
know either.
I know he get paid every July 1st. I don't care what sport you play. He get paid every July 1st.
Yeah, I ain't the money sports.
He probably ain't even picked up a baseball to swing. He just, I made it. And that is awesome.
Yeah.
You don't get to hear that, you know?
Yeah.
And well, you know, and I think it helps us to look at our lives, and when we're making contracts or we're doing things like that we need to pay attention to those kind of those things and have it set up in the contract.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
He did it. You don't hear about nobody else getting that.
You know, because he said it. He said it that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who was that? Who had the $1 million legs? Tina Turner.
Yeah,
Tina Turner.
yeah.
Well, she was setting herself up.
Yes.
And if something happened to her legs, and she was going to get paid inside of that thing. I think that you have to think outside of the box and think about down the road and things like that when we're setting up anything, you know, that's requiring contracts. You know?
Yeah, and that is the key of what Joanne just said. Know your worth. When you know your worth, then don't settle for less when you go into your contract. When you step in there, like Valerie said, on your contract, you go in there with the mind of what it is. If you don't want to pay me, I'm not going. For you to sign a contract, you must need it. And this is what I want. I want to make sure that I'm secure for the rest of my life. And he is secure until he's 72. He is 57 right now. Until he's 72, he's getting this amount of money.
That's right. Because we were talking about, me and my family member was talking about like the Martin show. They keep coming on every day. And they ain't worked, and many of those ain't worked no more since they did the Martin show. But every time that show come on, they getting paid. You know what I mean? For the rest of their lives. And so you have to set that thing up in the motion like that. You have to set it up so that you're getting your money.
Exactly. And you want your money.
Yeah.
And know your worth to understand. When you go in the contract, don't go in there so happy to get a contract. You're just so happy. They're going to sign me up. They're going to sign me up. Did you take anything? You sign up something that's going to help you for the rest of your life. So you ain't got to worry about it. And you might be going 72. He probably didn't think he was going to make it at 72. And if he did know he was going to make it at 72, he said, I'm going to be traveling. I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna enjoy my life. At 72, I'm gonna be sitting down. At 72, I'm gonna be with my great grandchildren, and I'm gonna be relaxed. I done travel the world with my $1.9 million. Then now I can sit down with my great grandchildren and relax.
And you know, in his body parts, you know, he was probably thinking about that he ain't gonna be able to play like that
for short
right now. You know what I mean? Forever, and that he's putting. It's like, you know, my little knee it be hurting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking in my head, I said, I need a contract. You know? Because I had put a lot of my career into that has forced my body part.
Yeah.
He was thinking the same. His body not going to be the same. When he take that wear and tear on that running and hitting the ball and working out and all, his body was going to take that wear and tear. What was his worth?
Yeah,
exactly. And this is all the way till 2035. Who be thinking about that in 1997, 2011?
Smart
Who
contract.
thinks about that? to 2035.
Yeah, they hoping he died. Probably no. Did I say that?
He probably got in the doctor. They go to the family. They going to the family. Yeah, no. Go ahead if you want to try to kill me. He's going to my wife, my kids, my great grandkids.
Yeah, because it comes down to even with your pension. If you take it on your monthly. If you take it monthly, so when you pass, you lost it monthly. You know what I mean? So if you leave July, you ain't getting no check in August. You know what I mean? But if you draw it completely out, then you can leave it to your kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you put it in your own CD and you put it in your own things, I don't know if today times they have pensions like they used to have, but for those that have it, you think ahead, think wise.
Think ahead, think wise.
So you want to leave it to your kids. You don't want to leave it to nothing because you could die tomorrow.
That's true.
And you'll have it set up that your kids get that pension money,
So I just want to give Bobby Bonanella, you have inspired us.
Yeah.
Happy contracts. Happy Bobby Bonanella Day.
Yeah, so if we do contracts, we know what we gonna do. We don't think about the future. We're not gonna think about today and only today. We're gonna think about our future.
Yes.
Ain't that right?
Yes.
So guys, we want to recap on some of our black businesses that we were talking about. We talked about the ones we had for this week, Lydia and I, and we're gonna recap. I'm gonna recap the ones that we have locally, and she's gonna recap the ones for online. And so today I said for Portland we were gonna be doing Slingshot Espresso. That's in Clackamas and in Vancouver, social coffee shop. And last week we talked about Caribbean Spice. That's on 42nd and Prescott. Nice shop where you can get your needs and for the foods that you're going to do, ethnic foods. And before that, I was talking about Nene's Beauty Supply on 171st in Halsey, where you can get all your beauty needs. And also you can check her out on Instagram to see all the things that you need, and she can deliver to you as well. And before that, we were talking about Cason's Meats right there on MLK in Alberta, where you can go and get all the meats that you need for your household for the month and everything like that. And they also have packages, bulk packages, where you can get all different types of meats for one nice price there for you. And so we're gonna have Lydia tell you a lot of online businesses that you can support and buy black all the time, no matter what. You don't even have to leave your home. You can just click on the computer. So she'll let you know about those.
And first I want to say congratulations to everybody who did very well on supporting us on our Black Venture for the week when we couldn't go to grocery stores, McDonald's, or the department stores and all that. That was probably difficult, but we did a good job, and I really want to give you guys a round of applause for that.
Yes.
But we also still want to be able to do what we can do, and that is buy black. We know we have people out there that's protesting, rioting, and doing all that on our behalf. And I just want to give be proud of what they're doing as well. But what we can do for people who don't want to protest or do anything is buy from black-owned businesses in your local area and online. So that's why I'm here with the online. So we have one United Bank. That is where you can put your money in a black-owned bank and do what you got to do. For people that don't have black-owned banks in their city and state, you can go online and support One United Bank, and we appreciate that. And we want you to go to their site and look it up and look at all the stuff that they're doing. And they also tell you about July 7th is our Blackout Day, where we can't buy nothing but from black people. So you're going to need the site because you don't want to rush out. My belief is that we should actually be able to do this for a month. When we do not buy black for a month, that will really hit them in their pockets. But until we can
you buy black
from
we buy black for 1 month. Sorry, we buy black for 1 month and not buy from anybody else.
Or supporters, because I always say they're the supporters. There are a lot of businesses out there that say Black Lives Matter, and there might not be particularly black owned. They're
Hispanic owned. If they're supporting, I'm gonna go with supporting because I like that word supporting. If you're supporting black owned business, and if you're supporting Black Lives Matter, and you're really truly supporting Black Lives Matter, not that you're just saying it because you want us to come. You don't want to lose your money and stuff like that. If you're really supporting black-owned business, yes, I do believe that we can shop with you as well. But first of all, we want to hit up our black-owned businesses and companies. Because like we've told you before, if you know the whole history of it, it's hard. Sometimes our prices are a little bit higher. And that's because, one, we're a small business, or two, we are... they are trying to make sure our business doesn't grow. So those are things that you want to keep in mind. Like I told you about how they do with the hair supply stores. They monopolize it and they don't give nothing to our black hair store people. And then we stuck it till our prices are higher, or we don't get all the supplies that we need. So think about those things when we say, and when you go in there and go, well, this is more higher. I can go over here to so and so. It's because they have monopolized the wholesale
they have to pay
industry.
a higher price, so that's the reason why. But we still want to pour into them so they can stay open.
Exactly. So then we go to Bed and Candy. You know, we've been on the pandemic where we're locked down, and some of us, even if we have mates, they not there because they over there with their family or whatever the case may be. You need to satisfy your urge because you are now grouchy and you don't yell at everybody, the kids, cousins, people, everybody just when they call what? Because you need to let those urges go. They have toys for you to enjoy. You can stick one in the shower and just have a good old time. Then you have ones that you can do if you are a couple and you're like, we've did everything. This will help enhance what you got. So I love that we have a black-owned business that does vibrators and toys and lubes and stuff like that. We are not trying to be hidden. We are everywhere. Also, I want to also give a shout out to it and EmpressBody.com. Remember, I need to get that wand to make me feel all right because that wand seems to be good. And if you feel like you want to be fresh and clean before you have your sexual intercourse, you can have the wand in there. It makes it fresh and clean and tightens you up. Good things to look at. Also, we have IzzyandLiv.com. There's a t-shirt. Queen, lady, she's a queen, and she just wants you to be able to see yourself everywhere you go. So we need to go ahead and support. And if you want to, you can do a monthly subscription and feel like you're opening a gift every month. And even though you pay for it, you feel like you got a gift and you enjoy it, waiting for your package. Of course, you know we have to always support my husband, LL Cool J.
That's right.
He got RockTheBells.com. You know, he wrote the song called Rock the Bells, and I feel him. And he said this is a hip-hop version of Amazon where you can get all your hip-hop needs from RockTheBells.com. Then we have Embrace Pangea. Embrace Pangea has your yoni steam, and it has even things that you can put in the toilet so your steam can be good for your yoni, and your yoni can be fresh, clean, and get all the impurities out and do what it needs to do. And they want you to love your body on the inside, and they want you to love your yoni as well. Yes, they have a lot of stuff. Check them out. And my favorite is We Buy Black. Yes, they have things that I didn't even know. Like you can buy toilet paper from black-owned people. Like people are selling toilet paper. They are making their own toilet paper, their own toothpaste, their own laundry detergent. I mean, you can get you a toothbrush. They got masks. They got designs of masks. They got hats. They got T-shirts. They got books. They got. It's just everything, and it's all black-owned. And when I mean black-owned, I mean black and Mexican, black and Italian, black and Asian, black and orange, black and green, black and purple. There's all, but you gotta be black in you. At least I think have. I don't know. Check it out for yourself. But We Buy Black. And if you starting a business and you're like, how am I gonna get my product out there? And I'm black and I don't know how to get I'm not good with marketing. Put yourself on We Buy Black. You ain't even got to market. They do it for you. And they send notifications of what they're highlighting each week on We Buy Black. So it's awesome. And they might be doing it every 3 to 4 days. But I know at least once a week I get something that tells me about We Buy Black. So that's what we want to go for on that. Did I cover everything?
Yes, I think you did. All right, you guys. So we just want you to make sure that you support. And we thank you so much. Make sure that you subscribe to us. Hit the like button and hit the bell for notifications so you can know when we are on. We love you so much. We thank you so much. And we are going to be here next time right here on the Talk It Out Show.